of unlicensed firearms and ammunition.
Attorney Osman Johnson highlighting specific crimes as he emphasized the need for stringent penalties. While he acknowledges that amending the bill acts as a positive step forward, Johnson contends that a broader range of legislative changes are needed to significantly increase penalties for various crimes.
We need to look at Jamaica as an example. 15 years is the standard statutory minimum for possession of unlicensed firearms. In this country, our statutory minimum is now 12 months. How does that act as a deterrent?
The bill amendment, Bill 2024, specifically targets the issue of repeat offenders who continue to commit serious offenses while out on bail. Despite its intentions, Johnson anticipates that there will be several challenges raised in the courts.
We are a common law democratic jurisdiction, and for decades now, we have been bound to a certain interpretation of the law, one that entails an inherent right to the liberty of the subject in circumstances where they are charged with offenses, no matter how serious they are. So again, the government has a very difficult task ahead of it.
Attorney Johnson suggests a reinventative approach to the justice system as a whole to ensure a more effective and just legal system.
There's no good excuse, Mr. Knowles, why persons charged with murder or multiple counts thereof should wait years to face justice. That process should happen within a matter of months at the very most. And the impact that you will have is, for those who are convicted, they will be removed from society in a far more timely and orderly fashion than what we are seeing now.
In a case currently before the courts, a disturbing incident involving the stabbing of a 13-year-old boy has garnered widespread attention. Initial reports suggested that the motive behind the attack was the victim's alleged refusal to join a gang. Well, tonight we hear from the founder of the Reach Out youth organization, who assures residents that being harmed for denying to join such groups is not an issue in Grand Bahama.
We have an issue with gangs in our school, but in Grand Bahama, I don't think we do that.
Expressing concern about the young men involved in the stabbing incident of the 13-year-old boy, Dudley Said, founder of the Reach Out youth organization, conveyed his unease after hearing the police report, which indicated that the young man was stabbed for allegedly denying to join a gang. Said says that parents can be assured that an occurrence like this one is rare.
In Grand Bahama, very rare you'll hear that. If you don't join a gang, we can beat you or stab you. No.
He adds that most gangs are typically formed within neighborhoods, with youngsters joining for protection. However, he emphasized that it is uncommon for individuals from the same neighborhoods to be at odds with each other.
And being around this for the past 18 years, they protect each other. Very rare. You'll hear someone from back of town who goes to the same school and they fight each other. Very rare you will hear something like that. So I think it's something that went on long enough, and we don't have that here in Grand Bahama.
Addressing concerns raised on various social media platforms, the Port Lakaya management team is pleased to announce the successful resolution of issues with its tenant, the Fair Play Lounge. A press statement issued reads, at Port Lakaya Marketplace, maintaining a safe and enjoyable experience for both Bahamians and tourists is a top priority. The management team assures a professional environment for tenants, emphasizing the importance of upholding agreements and adhering to signed leases for the benefit of all business and patrons. Despite challenges faced by Grand Bahama, Port Lakaya Marketplace has successfully reached an amicable agreement with the Fair Play Lounge. The management team acknowledges the difficult state of affairs and emphasized their commitment to avoiding any negative impact on employment. After discussions and negotiations, the Fair Play Lounge will reopen, with the owner agreeing to comply with a lease agreement. Recognizing the responsibility to make informed and justified business decisions, Port Lakaya Marketplace assures the public that actions are thoroughly discussed with the management team and legal counsel. The priority remains to operate with a strict code of conduct to ensure a safe and welcoming environment for all visitors and patrons. Well, for the fourth consecutive year, the United States Embassy Nassau has partnered with Access Accelerated Small Business Development Center to assist entrepreneurs in the Bahamas. This time, a special emphasis is being placed on women entrepreneurs in Grand Bahama by giving them a jump start for their businesses. Jay Philippe has more in this report.
50 women entrepreneurs from Grand Bahama was selected to participate in the Academy for Women Entrepreneurship Cohorts program. The program is a partnership between the U.S. Embassy of Nassau and the Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center at no cost. The program officially begins January 31st at Sir Charles Haywood Library.
We've been doing this for the past few years. We have over 300 alumni of this program, and this year we decided to focus in Grand Bahama. We wanted to focus on a class outside of the capital and put our attention to resources and building up the economy.
The women selected to participate in the Academy for Women Entrepreneurship program range from various business backgrounds in the business field.
Sometimes we have women who come in with an initial idea, and then after talking with their colleagues and really thinking through their business plan, they come up with a totally different idea. And it's really plugging in those markets here in Grand Bahama and providing local entrepreneurs the growth that is needed.
Now, the program is expected to span over 20 weeks, where all of the participants will be equipped with the tools needed to create and grow their business, raise capital, and effectively network, according to Samantha Roll, Executive Director of Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center.
At the end of the 17-week module training program, there is a pinnacle in a pitch competition. And so those attendees, participants, are able to compete based on, their business concept and other measurable or matrix, and they're able to receive seed funding.
This is the first time that the cohort program consisted of only female entrepreneurs. To date, more than 300 women from throughout the Bahamas have graduated from the entrepreneurship program. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
When we come back, highlights of the 2024 Anthony Huck Williams Jr. Junkanoo Parade.
The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians. It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
It's Tech Edge Virtual Job Fair for tech professionals, February 8th and 9th, 2024. Scan code to register or visit www.techedgebahamas.com.
Express your love to that someone special this Valentine's Day with chocolates, teddy bears, or a card that says it all. Create a gift basket that makes a lasting impression with everything you need and more. Shop Bellevue Gifts and Supplies.
Esquire Men's Freeport invites you to our shopping event, Chocolates and Champagne. Come and shop, wine, and dine with your favorite folks at Esquire Men's Freeport. Chocolates and Champagne. Happy Valentine's Day.
See, it's really unique in the fact that this is the only place where you can buy any of the brands that are inside of it. We don't carry any major national brands, any big corporate owned companies. It's all small, family-owned, boutique producers, artisanal producers that have exceptional quality and real attention to detail in what they do. The Bahamas is a very expensive market for wine. It's the cost to import wine is very high. So we wanted to go and find wines that had really, really high value at prices that still translated well once they got here. We pretty much carry almost all dry wines, still fine wines. Different grapes, a lot of them you've never heard of before. Indigenous grapes from different regions. We carry a lot of stuff mostly from Europe, but some South American stuff as well, like Chile and Argentina. But really we focus strongly on the European countries, France and Italy, Austria, Portugal, Spain, Those are our real areas of focus because that's where the values are. Phone number is 825-WINE, Seagate Wines on Instagram, Seagate Wines on Facebook. Just drop by and chat with us.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The 2024 Junior Junkanoo Parade was held this past Saturday. 19 schools participated in the country's #1 cultural extravaganza. Well, tonight, Raven Davis gives us a recap on the night and the final results.
After weeks of intense preparations, the culmination unfolding in a spectacular showdown on Piners Way downtown Freeport as 19 schools poured their creativity into the 2024 Anthony Huck Williams Junior Junkanoo Parade. The festivities kicking off with opening remarks from the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg.
Without the assistance and collaboration of it with education, this would not be possible, as we are using their schools and their students. But we both understand the responsibility for empowering the youth of this nation. And so without further ado, I know you're ready for an exciting parade. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, let the parade begin.
The first to hit the parade route was Wilbur S. Ouden Christian Academy in the preschool division, presenting a mesmerizing theme, The Magnificent Wonders of Africa. Their float, adorned with the school's mascot and historical African faces, captivated the judges, securing their first place position with an impressive total of 2,006 points. Ladies Paradise and Freeport Primary School following closely, clinching second and third place in their division. In the Primary School B division, the spotlight shifting to Martintown Primary, stealing the show with a breathtaking choreography and drum line that brought to life their theme, The Great Serengeti. With 3,512 points, they were able to secure the win over Wilbur S. Ouden Academy. And stepping into the spotlight in the Primary School A Division, Maurice Moore School, delighting the crowds with their lively circus theme, featuring circus foods, clowns, and even a snake charmer. However, it was the defending champions, Freeport Primary School, who stole the show with their portrayal of the beauty in nature, earth, water, and fire, reclaiming their title with an outstanding 3,945 points. And breaking through physical and mental limitations, the Beacon School emerged as a force to be reckoned with, showcasing the majestic beauty of nature's animals through vibrant prints and colors. They won the All-Age B Division with 3,969 points. Education Minister, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, reaffirming a steadfast commitment to embed Junkanoo in school curricula, emphasizing its pivotal role in our development and a vital aspect of our cultural landscape.
I think it's overdue, and God willing, you will see Junkanoo in the curriculum as an introductory thing for our young people. And, we're also introducing a modern history text, first time ever. I'm proud of my history, and I think it's very important that our young people have a full understanding of who they are.
With a triumphant bass line and rhythmic drums, Tabernacle Baptist Academy dominated the A Division, bringing the sun, sand, and sea to Pioneers Way and the crowd to their feet. Their performance, reminiscent of the slogan, "It's Better in the Bahamas," secured victory in the All-Age Division, showcasing the power of music and culture on the Junior Junkanoo stage. Racing to victory, Jack Hayward Junior High School clinched first place in the junior division, grabbing the spotlight over Sister Mary Patricia. The celebration of stars shone bright with their banner adorned with a dynamic track theme. Wrapping up the parade with high energy, St. George's High School led the way in the secondary division with their electrifying Wild West theme. From cowgirls to Indians and Native Americans, their performance showcased a dynamic blend of cultures, earning them a well-deserved victory with an impressive 4,766 points, and following closely behind Jack Hayward High School, then 8 Morrock High. Overall, some 15 schools embarked on a second and final lap around the stretch, treating spectators to an enjoyable night filled with vibrant performances. This spirited display not only entertained, but also played a pivotal role in preserving the rich tapestry of Bahamian culture. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Raven Davis.
(2023-2024) season celebrating the best of Bahamian creativity in TV drama, TV comedy, and stage play categories. Visionaire Karel Pinder expresses excitement, highlighting the incredible storytelling skills of Bahamian artists. 2 finalists have been selected from Grand Bahama and are already immersed in production, promising a captivating showcase when their creations hit the screens and stages in March of 2024. Shauna Joseph, the theater category finalist, says she's excited to be back.
I've always been into theater. As a child in church, I started out in church, and I was able to produce 2 stage plays before, and just before Dorian I was about to do an encore, and so that stopped everything. Then the pandemic, and I was like, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get to see the stage anytime soon, and then this competition came up, so I was like, here's the opportunity, so I took it. The play is called A Will to Love, and it's about DeMarco Roma, who inherits a substantial amount of money from his estranged uncle. But his celebrations are, they come to a screeching halt when he finds out that there are stipulations to receiving this inheritance. So the play is really about family. It's about love, second chances, forgiveness. It's about redemption.
The Film Institute will be hosting a showcase of the Grand Bahama finalists at the Regency Theater on February 24th. The second finalist, Janaya Seymour, is the other finalist from Grand Bahama in the drama category. She says she is happy to be representing the second city in both Grand Bahama and New Providence.
I can't wait to go there. My whole cast wants to go there. Like, we want to show up and show out for Grand Bahama. We have, well, I ain't gonna spoil it. Y'all will see. But I'm really, really, really excited for you guys to see it. My pilot is about this college graduate, Asia Darwell, who is hell-bent on finding her missing friend, Leah, who went missing in the Andres Forest after she was camping with her friends. Everyone thinks that Leah is dead, but Asia thinks that there's something else going on there. It actually mixes up Bahamian folklore, taking our stories and making it a bit more modern, putting my little twist onto it, so I really think people will enjoy it.
It's now time for a check on sports with our Shane Stubbs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to Sports. Let's get right to it. Boys and girls champions were crowned in the Jimmy Cummer Keith Mullings Primary School Basketball Championships. Of course, there could only be one winner. So let's take a look at how it all unfolded. The Lewis Yard Eagles and Freeport Primary Conquerors went down to the wire, but in the end, the Eagles soared away with the 11-9 victory. Caitlin Major was the MVP with 5 points. Here's Coach Tempest Stubbs on the big win for Lewis Yard.
I'm excited and happy that we won. It was a nail-biting game because Freeport Primary did come back and catch us up, but we run the clock. This is awesome. The students are excited because this is something new for them. I think the encouragement for them too was the fact that they get to win to go to West End as a prize. So that was their motivation. We get to go to West End.
Meanwhile, on the boys' side, the Bartlett Hill Invaders blitzed the defending champion Walter Parker Pacers 36-20, taking the 2024 crown. LeBron Rowe was named the MVP, and he was a man on a mission, scoring 21 points in the win.
It means a lot, especially to me, because I'm from Maroc. As people know, I'm from Maroc. I grew up there. I was kids just like them down in Maroc playing. So to see them actually win a championship down in West Grand Bahama, it means a lot.
I came out there to try win the MVP, and I get it. So I feel great. And there's my daddy and my coach. And I feel good.
Congrats once again to the Eagles and Invaders. Next in sports, the BMES Warriors were on the track at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex for their house sports meet. Now they look forward to Island Sports, set to take place in the coming weeks.
We're very, very strong in the under 17 girls, the under 15 girls, and the under 20 girls. So I can't wait for the results to the end of the day so we can start putting our teams together.
Just continue to stay prayed up and continue to do the work that my coach gives me so that I can perform better than I did last year.
And finally in sports, the Freeport Rugby Club got a huge win over the Cuckoos out of Nassau in the Capital Union Bank Cup. It was a hard-hitting match between both clubs, but Freeport would come away with the 31-21 outcome. Keith McGregor scored 2 tries, and Andrew Lane and Tyreek Forbes chipped in with 1 apiece. And that'll do it for your sports check this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shane Stubbs. As always, be safe and be great.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Esquire Men's Freeport invites you to our shopping event, Chocolates and Champagne. Come and shop, wine, and dine with your favorite folks at Esquire Men's Freeport. Chocolates and Champagne. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey there, I'm D'Amico Nesbitt from the Fitness Connection, and welcome to Health Bites, where every week we give you a helpful tip to help you on your health and fitness journey. I'm going to give you my top 3 supplements for muscle building, and supplement number 1 is creatine. Creatine is what your cells need for energy. So when you supplement it, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be able to run faster, lift more, and basically perform better in the gym. It's also very affordable, as cheap as $15 to $20, and we have it available here at the Fitness Connection. Supplement number 2 is whey protein. Whey protein is what you need for growth and repair of muscle cells. So of course, when you train, you're gonna be breaking down that muscle, and you wanna make sure you put the protein back in your body to help build it back. So normally we don't get enough from our diet, so a great option is to supplement it with a whey protein shake. 1 scoop of protein can be the equivalent of up to 10 eggs. Supplement number 3 are multivitamins. Multivitamins help replace the vital minerals and nutrients that you lose during training, and they're also good for your heart health, bone health, and immune health. So they help to keep you healthy so that you can keep on training hard every day. Thanks for watching, and see you again next week. Remember, we have all these supplements available at the Fitness Connection right here in the Raven Mall.
Have you ever wondered how electricity gets to your home? Let's start at the beginning. Our teams at our energy plant work around the clock to generate power to be delivered to your home or business. When it leaves the generating facility, electricity first travels to a switch yard that increases the voltage to allow it to travel long distances throughout the island. A network of high voltage transmission lines is the backbone of the electric grid and is used to carry large amounts of electricity across long distances. After completing the first leg of this journey, electricity arrives at the neighborhood substation. The substation's job is to lower the voltage before power can be sent over shorter distances closer to homes and businesses. Once lowered, the electricity is now ready for the final leg of its voyage. When it leaves the substation, it travels along the distribution poles and wires, the ones you see every day around your community. Just outside your home or business, the electricity voltage is further reduced by a pole mount transformer to a level that customers use in their homes or businesses. And now that the electricity has finally reached its destination, it travels through a meter, flows to a service panel, and then to the outlets inside your home.
Oh, see a shark right there.
Boys all know how to swim.
Yes, I got that. I checked that off. The weather's perfect. The food's great. People are very friendly.
A week of live shows and the latest news, as well as reveal the untold narratives through the eyes of Biminites, as well as share with you why people from all over the world come to this beautiful island. Join us on February 12th through the 16th from 3 to 4 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
There ain't no place with better diving than Bimini. We have undersea adventures right here in Bimini.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Daisy Bethel, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We also want to wish you a special happy birthday and hope that you enjoyed. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Battling for Bay is a joke compared to battling colon cancer.
You want to protect your quarterback? You need to protect your body.
The same way we declare that we will be victorious on Bay Street, it's the same way you will declare that you will be victorious over colon cancer.
Colon cancer is the 3rd most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Both men and women are affected equally. Fortunately, colon cancer can be prevented by scheduling routine visits with your doctor, by being aware of the symptoms, and by having some form of colon cancer screening when appropriate. If you're over the age of 45, talk to your doctor about having a colonoscopy today so that you can avoid a conversation about colon cancer tomorrow.
Immediate Response went to New York, Houston, and then to Atlanta to locate, celebrate, and feature outstanding Bahamians making waves throughout the USA. In February, Immediate Response flies across the pond to broadcast live from Grand Ole London. Join the ZNS Radio and TV network as we interview Bahamian movers and shakers in and around Great Britain as Immediate Response continues spanning the globe, identifying standout Bahamians making their mark internationally. For more information on how you can be a part of the Immediate Response Global Series, call 502-3800 or email phoenixinstitute@gmail.com.
ZNS Northern Service is coming back to Bimini.
Welcome to dinner. Oh, see a shark right there.
Please, you know how to swim?
Yes, I got that. I checked that off. The weather's perfect. The food's great. People are very friendly.
A week of live shows and the latest news, as well as reveal the untold narratives through the eyes of Biminites, as well as share with you why people from all over the world come to this beautiful island. Join us on February 12th through the 16th from 3 to 4 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
There ain't no place with better diving than Bimini. We have undersea adventures right here in Bimini.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, 1 month in, 20 homicides. Bill amendment concerns linger. Inland revenue hit with challenges. And in sports, BAISS basketball championship set. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. A jarring end to the month of January. Another family left to grieve while two others are holding out hope for the best following a triple shooting in an inner city neighborhood. First on the scene, our Lloyd Allen shares more on the victim and a reported history with the police.
I love her.
On Wednesday night, the country's latest shooting homicide taking place in the area of Ragged Island Street. According to police, 3 persons were shot. Those are 2 females, 1 male. One of those persons now succumbed to those injuries. Police say this now accounts for the 20th homicide here in the country.
Shortly after 7, we got a report of gunshot emanating from the Ragged Island Street area. Upon police arrival, we received information where 3 persons were shot. 2 females, 1 male. 1 female succumbed at the scene. A male and a female was taken to hospital with gunshot wounds. He had her in custody a short time, probably about a week or 2 ago, with query questionnaire reference to another murder incident that happened a short time.
As residents watched the police's initial investigations behind caution tape, the victim's family members were visibly mourning their loss. Among them, the victim's nephew, Ian Strawn, who was inconsolable as he recounted his final conversation with his aunt, whom he identified as 39-year-old Disha Bethel.
Me just sitting down talking, laughing, getting off and in.
Meantime, police investigations into this triple shooting and homicide continues. Reporting from the Ragged Island Street area, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Meantime, legislators and police officials coming down heavy on the company tasked with tracking suspects, and so much so that its future now hangs in the balance. Jiminita Swain joins us live in studio with more. Good evening, Jiminita.
Good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. The capability of a local company charged with electronically monitoring suspects on bail, now under the microscope of police, according to National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Monroe. His comments backing up those made by Prime Minister Philip Davis, who earlier this week indicated that Metro Security Solutions contract was being reviewed due to system failures. This also follows former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis's call for the contract to be cancelled.
On the first issue of the monitoring device, the police have made it plain they're addressing the company, which, as a matter of fact, was selected by Dr. Minnis's administration. The RFP and the reward of that contract was done by the FNM administration. We met it, contract to be signed, and it was signed having been awarded by them.
As for its ability to fulfill its role to monitor those in its care, the minister, who was speaking on the sidelines of the Rotary Club of West Nassau's meeting this afternoon, said this.
Every single monitoring company who has ever had a contract has had issues. That's what the record in the ministry shows, because men are ingenious. What happened in all of the situation with all of with the other 2 companies is they were given the same opportunity that this company has been extended by the police to correct their issues.
He affirmed the matter is being addressed.
By all accounts, they were able to do it. So that's a simple fact there. The police have told the company what they have to do. They will have to address it. They will have to address it in short order, or there will be consequences.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Jiminita Swain. Back to you in studio, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Jiminita. From Parliament, Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis responding to former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis's appeal yesterday to not issue government contracts to criminals. The Prime Minister admitting that many persons in that category are now struggling to find gainful employment.
Right, my experience has been vast. That's why the initiatives started that you all sort of abuse a bit by giving these contracts. That was designed for the right purpose, for persons who were on bail, right, to be able to at least put food on their table, take care of their children until their case would have been heard. The idea is to keep idle hands busy. Because as you would have known, growing up in the circumstances you suggest you grew up in, idle hands is what? Devil's workshop.
Minister also pleading his case on the rise of firearms use in the country.
I recommend there be an amendment to the Firearms Act. The amendment would do two things. One, it would prevent the government from issuing firearms to those who have been convicted of offenses involving dangerous drugs, harm to another person, or firearms. And two, it would require the government to revoke any firearms licenses that have been issued to anyone who has been convicted of offenses involving dangerous drugs, harm to another person, or firearms.
Well, one by one, we've heard the government's parliamentary team pitch in the House of Assembly why changes to the Bail Act are needed if the country is to strengthen the long arm of the law, make those responsible for violent crimes more accountable, and restore faith in the justice system. But while public outcry has fueled strong backing for the changes, like the immediate revocation of bail where an accused has violated one or more bail conditions, there are lingering concerns.
I think perhaps more time is needed in order to make it more in line with the constitutional provisions, if at all we can we can reach that middle ground, if that can be done.
An Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions, Darnell Dorsett's view is one supported by her colleague Stanley Rowe, Chief Officer at the Public Defender's Office. The two appearing as guests on the ZNS TV Weekly show The Legal Brief with host, noted attorney Ramona Farquharson.
The intended amendments are very stringent, and it will not only affect me, a defendant, but it will affect the persons who signed my bail. And it's really going to make the suretors really consider whether or not you are a suitable person, in their view, to sign the bail. And so with some redrafting, some more conversations, I suspect we will get a bill that is workable, is practical, and...
But you don't think this is it?
Not in its current state.
No, you still think it needs some work?
It needs some work.
Now, in the case of serious offenses like murder, attempted murder, possession of a firearm, and intent to endanger life, armed robbery, and even some sexual offenses, one can apply to the Supreme Court for bail. As the Prime Minister cited during Tuesday's police briefing, over 40% of 2023's murder victims were on bail for murder-related charges. And they were not the only victims. Well, no sooner had authorities issued his wanted poster, 27-year-old Tevin Johnson has been captured. The Johnson Road Foxhill resident now being questioned in connection with a recent homicide. Just this past Monday, Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez shared with the media that 9 of last month's 20 homicides may have been solved. From the courts, former senior manager at the Water and Sewage Corporation, Minez Cargill Sherman, today wrapping up her testimony after spending days on the witness stand in the fraud and bribery trial involving former Water and Sewage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson, its former general manager Elwood Donaldson, Gibson's cousin Rashay Gibson, Joan Knowles, Peaches Farquharson, and Jerome Missick. Cargill Sherman told the court she met with Adrian Gibson twice in a meeting, and a decision was made to increase the frequency and amounts of maintenance contracts. She recalled that the first payment made in September 2018 was $3,975, which was readjusted to $5,075, and that the request for the increases were coming rapidly. Under re-examination, Donaldson's attorney Ian Cargill asked Cargill Sherman if she was told the reason for the triple payments was that no maintenance work had been done on the premises contracted for months due to the COVID pandemic. The prosecution witness said she was never told that, but assumed it was the case after working on the contracts. Meantime, Adrian Gibson's attorney, Damian Gomez, KC, also suggested to Cargill Sherman that she never met with Adrian Gibson twice. She, however, maintained she had. The trial continues before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. Trafficking in persons, a grave concern for local law enforcement, which has held the Fox Hill Urban Renewal Center on a mission to better educate the public on the signs of illegal recruitment, transfer, transportation, or harboring of people. Officer in charge, Assistant Superintendent Shanique Ford, says on Friday, a seminar will be held at the Fox Hill Community Center from 10 a.m. to noon. The public's invited to attend.
We're having a trafficking in person seminar that's being partnered by the Ministry of National Security. We're trying to bring awareness to persons out there that may be victims unknown to human trafficking. Just yesterday, I spoke to someone who told me that they went to visit a family member who entered the country on visitation. And when they went to see their family member was working like a slave locked away in a cage. That's a form of human trafficking, and we want to bring awareness to it, especially in the Fox Hill area.
ASP Ford also filters in on an initiative for children.
We have a homework session for the kids that goes from Monday to Thursday. Then on Fridays, we have choir practice for the kids where we're trying to form an urban renewal choir. Then we also have a mentorship program where we partnered with the Simpson Penn Center for Boys and Girls, where we go and we try to give them a new meaning, give them a new show them different aspects and values that they could develop.
Still to come, inland revenue concerns. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Focall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Since they're on sale, Max bought things neither he nor his friend really needed. Hungry for deals? Come to KFC to satisfy your hunger before doing something crazy. Our new 6-piece value deal is packed with 6 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for just $20. You work hard for your money. Get the biggest bang for your taste buds. Satisfy your taste buds with KFC. It's finger-licking good.
ESE Distributors, the #1 wholesale beauty supplier in the Bahamas, specializing in hair products, accessories, and makeup. A variety of skin lightening products, Keratin, Natural Bright, Pawpaw, and personal toiletries, like soaps, creams, lotion, and oils. Hair products like Got2b, Red One, and everything in the Morphos line. And lots of hair. Afro Kinky, 3X Ghana, crochet hair. We deliver and ship to the Family Islands. ESE Distributors, located on Soldier Road opposite NCA.
Good to glow, keeping you in the know, keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources is focusing on upgrading the pipe and sewer system over on Arwa Key, something that's been long awaited.
Today is a cause for celebration, because after years of many issues, we can finally celebrate the upgrade of the sewer and pipe system at Awaki. This is a monumental achievement that promises a more efficient and sustainable future for this vibrant hub for local businesses, fishermen, and tourism.
The announcement was made this past Monday by Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Juno Campbell, who also highlights what this project will entail.
This project, which will be carried out by the Water and Sewage Corporation, will consist of replacing all vendor 4-inch Schedule 35 pipes of sewer laterals tied into the sewer system. The approximately 550 feet of existing 8-inch Schedule 35 PVC pipe gravity main will be replaced with a 550-foot 10-inch Schedule 35 PVC pipe.
The ultimate objective, according to Campbell, is to upgrade the existing gravity main to accommodate the heavy usage at the facility, which has been plagued with sewer leakage for years.
The cost of the project, as indicated, is $129,182.79. We have it down to the very last nickel.
This project is expected to be completed within 4 to 6 weeks of its commencement, which is scheduled for next week. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
Inland Revenue officials making all attempts to ease the concerns of business owners trying to officially register this year's business license online. The new online tax administration portal was introduced earlier this month. The process, though, has outraged many individuals. Inland Revenue's communication manager, John Williams, admits the system has encountered many challenges, but is expected to be updated shortly.
As a result of these challenges, we will not be applying penalties for late filing until April 2nd. This would also mean now that persons will have until that time to pay and file. We want to also remind persons who have successfully applied this month that their 2023 license is still valid until April 2nd, 2024. Now, we are also very pleased to say that there are many persons who have indeed been able to apply for their business license without any issues, and as a result of our new system, been able to receive the 2024 license the next day after applying.
Meantime, the Ministry of Economic Affairs Parliamentary Secretary Wade Watson specified Inland Revenue's online portal challenges in the House of Assembly yesterday, noting that it may take between 6 to 8 weeks for the resources needed to land here.
What the vendor attempted to do was to revert back to a prior release so that the resources necessary for the application to run appropriately would run effectively on the network. That presented a challenge. We are now in the process of speaking directly with the vendor to see how quickly we can mitigate some of the challenges. We have also sought to relinquish some of the resources used by other applications on the network. That is being done as we speak, and we're hoping that, Mr. Deputy, that as a result of that, we will be able to free up some of the resources and make those resources available to the Department of Inland Revenue's application so that that application can run a little bit more smoothly.
Industry stakeholders gathering at the National Training Agency on Wednesday with the environment on their minds and the aim of devising a strategy to protect it. The meeting, the result of a joint partnership between the University of the Bahamas, the Disney Conservation Fund, and the GFS Small Grants Program. Addressing the two-day conservation conclave, Environment and Natural Resources Minister, the Honorable Vaughn Miller, noted that the importance of conservation cannot be overstated in an ecologically rich country like the Bahamas. He added, though, that the Bahamas has to balance sustainable practices while meeting developmental needs, which can pose a challenge with the country's status as a tourist destination.
I would like to encourage each of you to lend your expertise, your insights, and your passion to this crucial dialogue. Together, we must refine and amplify these recommendations to craft a conservation model that not only meets international standards, but also will serve as a beacon of responsible environmental management. The success of our efforts will rely and depend on collaboration.
University of the Bahamas interim president Janine Hodder says the conclave's purpose is to address conservation problems and find ways to protect the country's vulnerable landscapes, seascapes, and the overall environmental integrity of the country.
The issues covered within that framing question are complex indeed, and a national university is the ideal place to deconstruct and solve complex challenges. This conservation conclave is not the start of this conversation, of course, nor is it the finish line. We know that the journey to progress continues with everyone in this room and with the infrastructure of your national university to support you.
Ready for a new cocktail? Well, Commonwealth Brewery may have just what you're looking for. Jimenita Swain tells us more.
In our busy lives, we're always looking for ways to save time without sacrificing quality. Now, with this new Bahamian product from Commonwealth Brewery, we can get that relaxing cocktail anywhere in just the time it takes to pop the top. Commonwealth Brewery, partnering with Ricardo, is announcing ready-to-drink cocktails in 2 great Bahamian flavors, Smashing Gombe and Hard Switcher. Quality Control Manager Raynell Williams and Senior Portfolio Manager for Spirits Timothy White at Commonwealth Brewery Limited fill us in on what inspired this brand new creation.
We started this process back in Q3 of 2022. First, it was important for us to get a good understanding of the product concept outlined by the Ricardo team. It was very important for us to first start with the recipe. What is interesting about this product is that it's completely different from all of the other products that's in our portfolio. This product is mainly based on Ricardo rum and juices.
Where we saw the emergence in the RTD category, where consumers saw the convenience in it, right? Delivered high ABV levels. It's in a format that allows them to consume whenever, wherever. And we're seeing the trend going amongst those 5 of these flavored alcohol beverages, especially. So we want to ensure that, you know what, we had an opportunity, we had the right proposition rather to play within that space.
How were these flavors chosen to be first?
The 2 flavors that we're introducing is our Hard Switcher and then our Bahamian Smashing Gombe. What we wanted to do is take those flavors that consumers were familiar with, obviously with Switchers and the lime-based drink that everyone knows of and loves, and then also Smashing Gombe, with more so as a pairing of pineapple and coconut that a lot of consumers actually came up with, right? Funny enough, like the first drink most Bahamians started with was the coconut rum and pineapple. So we wanted to take more so an interpretation of that and bring that to life in this interpretation of it. And within the lime flavor, we actually have our Bahamian white rum, so our Ricardo white rum. And in the Smashing Gombe, we have our Bahamian gold rum that is paired with pineapple and coconut flavors.
So what's next for this exciting new Bahamian creation?
Well, post-launch, we'll actually be having our launch event where we will be inviting consumers out right now, again, to turn up the flavor with Ricardo. We'll have our Flavor Zone experience, but we'll also be taking that Flavor Zone experience and partnering alongside some of the best parties and events within the country to allow consumers now to enhance that experience for them and their friends by turning up the flavor.
For more on this story, visit YouTube, ZNS Network, and our Facebook page, the ZNS Network.
We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, BISS Championship Series all set. We'll tell you who's on their way to the championship round just ahead.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
You've set big goals for your future, and we can help you to achieve them. Getting that degree you've always wanted, buying your first car, making it official on a truly special day, or building a home that's your own. Big or small, share your ambitions with us, and we can help make them real.
Attention, all Bahamians. Our country needs your input to help shape our future, economy, and reputation. We encourage you to take part in the Made in the Bahamas survey today. This certification is a mark of quality, a symbol of our national pride, resilience, and commitment to producing superior products and services. Go online to madeinthebahamas.info. Your voice, our future. Let's make our products a symbol of our nation's greatness.
Immediate Response went to New York, Houston, and then to Atlanta to locate, celebrate, and feature outstanding Bahamians making waves throughout the USA. In February, Immediate Response flies across the pond to broadcast live from Grand Ole London. Join the ZNS radio and TV network as we interview Bahamian movers and shakers in and around Great Britain as Immediate Response continues spanning the globe, identifying standout Bahamians making their mark internationally. For more information on how you can be a part of the Immediate Response Global Series, call 502-3800 or email phoenixinstitute@gmail.com.
Retirees of the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training's headquarters and satellite offices who dedicated a minimum of 10 years or more of service and retired during the period of 2020 to 2023 were recently honored during a retirees luncheon at the National Training Agency.
Colleagues, we honor you for your years of excellent service to our team and celebrate the legacy of hard work and commitment you have left behind. Many of you have served as distinguished professionals who showed by example that excellence is something to aim for.
I know that this country has a hopeful future. I am convinced of it. And I want to thank all of you for all that you have done in building young people in this country and all the other auxiliary workers, the administrators who are in the ministry, not in the classroom, who keep the wheels turning in the Ministry of Education.
Former Education State Minister, the Honorable Zane Lightbourne, underscored the significance of honoring the retirees.
The persons who are represented in this room are known as nation builders. And as nation builders, you've contributed to the success of so many people.
If I can show somebody is traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain.
Jonathan McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Emergency responders getting some much-needed help, and this considering they're repeatedly being called on to save lives in, at times, very trying and often dangerous situations. Tonight, Corval Pyfrom reports on the life-saving gifts donated to these real-life superheroes.
On average, EMS first responders attend to as many as 6 horrific, often life-threatening scenes per week. The current escalating violent crime wave places them even more in peril, as more than ever before they are finding themselves at the front lines of increasingly hostile and even dangerous events. Now they're getting some much-needed help.
Today, as we hand over the ballistic vest, a level 3 ballistic vest, to the EMS team, which is a critical enhancement to their personal protective equipment ensemble, they'll be safer when responding to these events.
The 40 level 3 appropriately sized ballistic vest donated by Central Florida-based Global Emergency Services Consultants Group allow for a number of different types of equipment needed during an emergency response to be deployed in less time and more to be carried around by responders more compactly. Kevin Bell is Deputy Director of PHA's National Emergency Medical Services.
We do respond to a lot of emergencies, namely gunshot incidents, and there's always the potential for that scene to become a hot zone for our staff. And so now that they have the necessary gear, should something like that happen, they would be more protected.
So now as these lifesavers head to their next challenging event, they have an extra layer of protection and a bit of comfort. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, teaming up for a worthy cause, Step Bahamas, a body of lawyers, accountants, trustees, and others who assist families with planning for their futures, have linked up with the Alzheimer's Association to hold an informational meeting on Friday at 7 p.m. at UB's library. Alzheimer's Association President Wendy Poitier-Albury.
This is geared toward families, family members who are working and caring with their members who have diminished mental capacity. But it is also for anyone who's in the public, because we know at any point in time accidents may happen. And we know that, something can happen and you need to be aware of how you're going to take care of your family member, or your family needs to know how they can take care of you, or what are your wishes, because it's all about planning.
Poitier-Albury specifically highlighted common law couples caught in limbo.
If you have something that is wrong with you, how will your partner handle that? Because the partner is not really your next of kin, and the law only provides for next of kin. So you have to make sure that you put in place plans. What is going to happen next if I am not able to take care of myself? Or maybe you are taking care of your family member, but something happens to you. Now what is going to happen? Because you already know your brother who you have over there, he ain't checking for mommy. Or, somebody else got to be worried now. Who is going to take care of mommy? And they have to take care of not only mommy, but they have to take care of you. So you have to now make sure plans are in place as to how it's going to be done.
One Western New Providence Church providing community members with an opportunity to pause and put their health first. Officials at Life Changers Ministries International hosted a health fair at the Bacardi Community Park. It's all part of their Beyond the Four Walls initiative, a church ministry designed to bring the good news and good works outside the church. In attendance, multiple stakeholders, including Doctors Hospital, life insurance agencies, and private doctors. Their presence allowing attendees to get their blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol levels checked all in one place.
Well, I think it's important to bring these to inner city communities because many persons don't have the means to get to these particular facilities. And so I think a ministry, our responsibility is to meet people where they're at. And so a ministry like this is very essential to ensure that the people who can get to these particular facilities, we bring it to them so that they can get the same care that others who have the privilege to get to the facilities can have.
44 teens, all registered at various urban renewal offices throughout the capital, commended for their participation in a 3-week-long cybersecurity boot camp organized by the Chinese Embassy and the Ministry of Social Services and Urban Renewal. Urban Renewal State Minister, the Honorable Lisa Ramming, says it was a team effort to enhance the digital awareness of campers.
I would like to say, graduates, continue to shine as beacons of progress in the digital landscape, not only in New Providence, but in the world. I congratulate you. You've done a great job, and I would also like to congratulate the managers for the Urban Renewal. They picked the children up, they dropped them off. I have never seen nothing like that. That was so amazing.
Tourism continuing its momentum in 2024 with scores of key maritime stakeholders and boat owners sailing into paradise for the annual Charter Yacht Show at Bay Street Marina. Our Desmond Saunders tells us more.
This year's charter boat show featuring over 80 luxury vessels with 160 maritime stakeholders and boat operators in paradise. Past president of the Association of Bahamas Marinas, Peter Murray, boasted how the International Boat Show has made a strong comeback since COVID's hit. He hopes the event could further expand the lucrative pleasure craft industry.
Where we bring all the boats from the, within the region to the Bahamas. We bring the brokers from different areas, North America, South America, Europe. They can come here, view the boats, see what they, what's on board, and just collect everybody in one place. We're just a good, convenient location, mostly because of proximity. So everybody can get here, see the boats, come over from the States for the day, whatever it is. So I think that's a big part of it is it's just a good place to gather.
Luxury on the seas at this year's boat show with millions of dollars of pleasure vessels and accessories showcased. Add to that some of the most exotic cruisers, from leisure boats to super yachts nearly 300 foot in length. For this Bahamian boat captain, the opportunities within the leisure craft industry are endless.
So the yacht we're on is called Margate. It's 111 foot broad. I've been running this boat for about a year right now. It was newly purchased. We decided to bring it to the Bahamas and place it into the charter industry.
From boat handlers to janitors and repairmen, operations manager for Coco Bahamas Seaplanes, Tiffany Morris, among key players in the boating industry, now making their mark.
When you're traveling on a seaplane, it executes convenience. And a lot of times when people are doing their charters to their yachts, they don't want to take another tender. They don't want to go to the airport. They want to go direct. So when you are on a seaplane, we can actually get you there in maybe half the time.
With the Bahamas being one of the top boating destinations in the Western Hemisphere, officials hoping this momentum continues and the Bahamas cements its place in the global lucrative leisure craft industry. Desmond Saunders, the Bahamas Tonight.
And the year of the dragon. The Chinese Lunar Year just days off, but officials here in the capital are getting a jump start on celebrations at downtown Nassau's British Colonial Hotel. Among those soaking up the showcase of Spring Festival customs and performances is our Lloyd Allen. Lloyd?
Well, of course, good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. Tonight, we're here at the Hilton Hotel, where moments ago, the Chinese Bahamian Association, Friendship Association, as well as the Chinese Embassy here in the Bahamas, launched the start of an important event, this bringing in the Lunar Year, also known as the Year of the Dragon. Now, standing here with me is Her Excellency Dai King Lee, sharing a bit more on the significance of what the Lunar Year means to Chinese.
Our embassy is so proud to bring Chinese New Year to the Bahamas and to the Bahamian people. For us, Lunar New Year is the most important festival all the year round. It is called Lunar New Year because it is based on the lunar set of calendar instead of a calendar based on the sun. So it always lags behind the solar calendar. But for us, Lunar New Year means family reunion. Its importance is like Christmas and Thanksgiving combined. It's really about family. It is deeply embedded in the Chinese people's family values, and it reflects our way of life and our self-identity.
And of course, speaking about family tonight, a number of persons here to support your initiative. Talk about who is here and what's unfolding tonight.
Yeah, this event, is a Chinese New Year celebration. We are very fortunate to get support from the Bahamas Foreign Ministry, and we have partners in the Bahamas-China Friendship Association. And of course, we can't have this event without members of the Bahamian Chinese community. They have turned out in force to support this event. It's their festival too, of course.
Well, of course, an exciting night ahead, and we'll have much more on this developing story. Reporting here from the Hilton Hotel for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen. Makushla.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. Still to come, Careers Day at St. Thomas More. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
For the next 50 days, 50 lucky winners will be getting $30,000 in cash and prizes.
$30,000?
30. How you win? All you have to do is purchase $25 or more in fuel or a $25 and up Rubis gift card, and you enter to win. Take a photo of your receipt, and you can upload it via our QR code, Rubis Bahamas Facebook page, or our website. Don't forget, you need your receipt in order to win. Thank you. $500 on the Visa card, I'll buy everything, but I gotta turn my light on. I need gas in my car, and I done miss and put diesel in here, and the car say, "Bob."
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
As we roll into February, we continue to save at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Libby Spaghetti and Meatballs, 15-ounce, $1.59. Distinction Evaporated Milk, 14-ounce, $1.19. American Heritage Cream Cheese, 8-ounce, 2 for $5. Ground beef, 1 pound, $3.99. Beef short ribs, $4.99 per pound. If you're looking to save, you're looking at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
Central and South Abaco MP John Pinder providing an update on the ongoing shantytown demolition exercises. Officials from the Unregulated Communities Action Task Force last week cited more than 230 structures on at least 3 sites for demolition. Pinder says while it's sad that people are being displaced and taken out of what has been their homes for some time, the law has to be upheld.
We must have order. We must have all foreigners coming into this country to abide by laws. The Bahamas is for Bahamians, and we want the normality in Abaco as well as the rest of the Bahamas.
Pinder says in addition to the potential criminality associated with these illegal communities, there's also concern about the lack of sanitation and the danger this poses to the wider community. He makes no apologies for wanting Abaco to be safe.
And Abaco's water table spreads across all of Abaco, and if it's tainted in one place, then it'll affect the drinking water for all of Abaco. But you see movement on the ground. I'm very pleased that Mr. Sweeting brought the whole shantytown or the unregulated commission to Abaco to perform these exercises. From my understanding, they'll be there until the job is done.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. We do have partly cloudy skies. Temperatures a very cool 69 degrees. Relative humidity at 56%. North-northwest winds at 4 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,017.4 millibars. That is 30.05 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 65 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Toll Key in Abaco, Marshall Abaco at 64 degrees. Berry Island, 69. Alistown, Bimini, 72 degrees, 69 in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 65, 68 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Camp Space Out Andros and Black Point Exuma reporting 69, 67 in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, Georgetown Exuma, 70 degrees. 70s again in Ragged Island. Clarence Sound, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Matthewtown, United 76, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 74 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Towel King, and the Paint Setter. In the northwestern islands tonight, those winds, they're going to fall off light and variable with flat seas, 1 to 3 feet. The high tide will take place at 31 minutes past midnight. Now, for the central and southeastern islands, those winds will also be reducing. Northerly at 10 to 15 knots, the wave height subsiding 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And then tomorrow, which is Friday through Saturday, for all areas of the Bahamas, we will contend with some light and variable winds, very flat seas, 1 to 3 feet. Low tide takes place at 6:49 in the morning, with a high tide at 12:36 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for you. International Temperatures brought to you by Ralston Insurance. But stay tuned. Your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
I'm tired of going round and round.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Immediate Response went to New York, Houston, and then to Atlanta to locate, celebrate, and feature outstanding Bahamians making waves throughout the USA. In February, Immediate Response flies across the pond to broadcast live from Grand Ole London. Join the ZNS radio and TV network as we interview Bahamian movers and shakers in and around Great Britain. As Immediate Response continues spanning the globe, identities call 502-3800 or email phoenixinstitute@gmail.com.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check on a Thursday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. The Bahamas sending 3 teams off to compete at the NFL Flag Football Championships in Orlando, Florida. The squad's leaving town yesterday, and they'll participate as a part of the NFL's Pro Bowl weekend festivities. NFL Flag Bahamas President Chris Prudhomme saying that there is more to come.
The NFL is all about teamwork. Nothing happens on the back of one person. We look forward to celebrating the success of our team as we strive to make history. The Bahamas boast extraordinary sporting talent, and we believe there's a significant contribution it can make to the NFL. We are committed to bringing our expertise to nurture Bahamian talent, ensuring that the Bahamas has a stake in the game of flag football and football overall. Stay tuned for more information and how your child can certainly fill that spot.
The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Boleg, also in attendance. He commented on the fact that the Bahamas will be the first Caribbean country to have at least one team compete at these championships.
This is not just a momentous occasion, but it's a testament of the dedication, perseverance, and talent of our athletes. As we prepare to face against teams from Africa to Japan, we do so with a sense of excitement, determination, and immense pride that we will come out on top like we always do.
Meanwhile, for Coach Tito Bethel, he's excited to put the team on the field after all the preparations to get ready.
I've been working with the kids very hard. They put in a lot of work. We did 4
5 days a week, putting in practice, making sure that we are sharp to execute. The female team, the male team, we put in a lot of work, making sure that our players are sharp and we're ready to go. And so we're definitely excited to go to Pro Bowl. And it's the first for us to be at this level to compete. And we want to show the world that we can compete on that level.
BISS Southern Death basketball playoffs continuing yesterday at the Candelazas Gym. 1 versus 4 matchups. Winners moving on to championships. Junior girls first up. St. Augustine's Big Red Machine taking on Charles W. Saunders. SAC taking no prisoners in this one. They rolled to the easy 39-25 win behind 11 points from Kaylee Moss. SAC coach Anastasia Sands happy for the win, but expecting more from the team as they move on to face St. John's.
It was okay. To tell you the truth, it was okay. It should have been better. They fell down on defense. They got relaxed like the game was over in the second half, and they allowed them to come back. I mean, we advanced the championship, praise the Lord, but there's still some things that we got to work on.
On to the junior boys as the Green Giants of St. John's taking the steam out of the Big Red Machine here. SAC's cheerleaders doing their best to motivate the squad, but the Giants fans up to the challenge at St. John's, crushing SAC in lopsided fashion, 79-30. Giants Leonard Roll leading the offensive charge for St. John's. They move on to face QC, Giants assistant coach D'Angelo Bowe.
We committed to our defensive schemes, getting stops, full court pressure. You know, once we control their guards, we couldn't get the ball under their big man. Now it's the key to us, you know, getting this win.
You guys been the top seed all year. How do you guys manage to stay locked in?
It's been, of course, a journey for us. We've been working at this now for over a year and a half, preparation. Last year, we came in as the underdogs, but last year was just our time of preparation, and this is what we've been working for to be in this position right now.
Kingsway Academy and QC doing battle in the senior girls game. Comets no answers for the Saints offensive attack as Andisha Curtis and Michaela Joseph had 12 points each to face their team to a dominating 46-16 win, sending Kingsway to the title series against St. John's. Kingsway head coach Tamara Butler taking the win, but critical of his team's performance.
We play our best basketball. We had a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed assignments. It was just a sloppy game.
Any positive takeaways you guys can maybe build on?
We won, that's about it. Hopefully we clean it up by Monday because, you know, St. John's a good team. So we love to play better, stand a chance against them.
And finally, it was time for the senior boys game. CW Saunders and QC taking to the floor for the right to face off against Kingsway there. CW Saunders are defending champions, and they would show their championship form big time. Ramon Woods and Nakira Brown scored 16 apiece. They pushed their squad to a 63-47 rout of the Comets.
Basketball is a speed game. Coming into the game, our game plan was transition. I didn't wake up to win. So then we just changed the pace, slow it down, go on in the half-court game, run our offense, and we was able to come on top. Obviously, you guys going for the back-to-back. Kingsway in the next round. Don't know if you did any scouting on them. How you feel about the matchup? We played them before. We went by a pretty good margin the first time, but we ain't taking nobody lightly. This playoff time, the intensity left. So we just going to prepare and try and give our best showing.
And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Thursday. Don't go anywhere. Your Thursday weather forecast just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
For the next 50 days, 50 lucky winners will be getting $30,000 in cash and prizes.
$30,000?
30. How you win? All you have to do is purchase $25 or more in fuel or a $25 and up Rubis gift card, and you enter to win. Take a photo of your receipt, and you can upload it via our QR code, Rubis Bahamas Facebook page, or our website. Don't forget, you need your receipt in order to win. Thank you. $500 on the Visa card, I'll buy everything, but I gotta turn my light on. But I need gas in my car, and I done miss and put diesel in here, and the car say, "Bop."
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, that area of high pressure which produced moderate breezes over the last few days will begin to push off towards the east, and that will pave the way for the arrival of an area of low pressure that we expect to form in the Gulf of Mexico. That low pressure will move eastward across the Florida Peninsula and over the northwest Bahamas on Monday. That will bring with it some heavy cloud cover with some showers, which could be heavy at times on Monday, and then a trailing cold front will come out of that, and that will push over the northwest Bahamas sometime on Tuesday, elevating our rain chances over the next few days from Monday through Tuesday. Tonight, we are looking at mostly cloudy conditions, a bit on the cool side as that low temperature will drop down to 66 degrees. And tomorrow, cloudy conditions, 74 degrees for your high temperature. And the extended weather forecasts are looking like this, that area of low pressure will start generating showers on Sunday. It moves over the northwest Bahamas on Monday, and then that trailing cold front will push through on Tuesday, keeping those showers in the forecast into early Wednesday. By Wednesday afternoon, we expect the clouds to start to break up, but those temperatures, they're going to be nice and chilly nighttime temperatures right through the next 7-day cycle, taking us into Thursday of next week. Makishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. You know that question that seemed to have followed you all through primary to high school? What do you want to be when you grow up? Wholesome memories. That said, meet our future.
I want to be a pilot. I want to be a pilot when I grow up too. A defense force officer. Hairdresser. An artist. I want to be a doctor. A math teacher. A lawyer.
Primary students are some years off from meeting their goals. They've certainly dressed the part. After all, manifestation is key, right? Well, besides that, Thursday was Vocation Day at the Madera Street Catholic School that this morning held a special assembly marking the occasion. Addressing the youngsters, alumnus Alexis Barrows stressed the importance of finding one's calling. And that, he says, all starts with developing a relationship with God, who in turn will lead the way. Now, whether these lofty dreams of becoming a dancer, teacher, pastor, doctor, policeman, or even journalist ever come true really requires lots of nurturing, tenacity, and all the support these kids can get. For like R&B balladeer Brian McKnight croons, these kids need never give up, never give in, because there's much, too much at stake. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching, and good night.
To be on summer trip. Oh, twinkling lights, a spark to pass the dark from Battery Park to Washington Heights. Someday maybe all my dreams will be repaired.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Well, hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Drop. It's your boy, Vontae.
And I'm your girl, Nika B.
And we just want to say welcome to The Drop. Well, tonight is going to be so much fun, but of course, guys, we miss you guys so much.
Yes, we sure did. And tonight, we're going beyond the music vibes. We're going beyond the one-man bands. We're even touching on the one-woman bands. So we have a good show for you tonight.
You are absolutely correct. Tonight, we're taking a deep dive into all of the artists who go beyond the Call of Duty. They're not just music artists or rappers or singers. They got a side hustle here, a side hustle there, a side hustle everywhere. And on top of that, they still got a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. In the words of the street, they getting them. But of course, Nika, it's going to be so much fun. We're going to actually take us to our first video.
Our first video is from Bodine. It is Juicy Fruit. Now, if you all know Bodine, you all know this woman is the epitome of a one-man band. Or should I say, a one-woman band,
Oh, yeah. Or a one-woman band. I'm talking about, she doing music, she hosting gigs, she doing commercials, and then she still got a 9-to-5 on top of that, and she ain't got hired that.
Doing things.
Doing things. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Juicy Fruit by Bodine.
You holding up the line, don't stop wasting time. It's Juicy Fruit in your thing, then get off the line. Every time you come round, you looking for something to try. Why you so cheap? Always browsing like samples, but when you go by, never mind, come around. Green mango in season, you squeeze in the fruit. The riper the mango, the sweeter the juice. Don't feel up the dilly, 'cause all of them sweet. Don't full up your basket if you trying to eat. No, you want it, don't stuck on it. Someone else can come and take it. Once you know.